What is Battle Court Jai Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the side wall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Go Sherry, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point
win.
set and match.
Point set and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night Jai Alai, live from Jam Arena. Tonight's game day will feature the Renegades and Cyclones. Let's begin with player introductions for tonight's game day. We'll be introducing first the away team, the Renegades. Out first, number 59, Gallo. Number 7, Ben. Number 46, Artha. Number 32, Ubia. Number 40, Goenaga. And the captain, number 20, Gasheri. And now the home team, the Cyclones. Out first from Miami, Florida, number 8, Jedden. From Brooklyn, New York, number 4, Bradley. From Guernica in the Basque Country, number 43, Unda. From Vitoria in the Basque Country, number 31, Jairo. From Marquina in the Basque Country, number 69, Iñaki. And the captain from Saint-Jean-de-Luz, France, number 17, Manu. And with that, the players salute you, the fans, and we are ready to begin tonight's game day.
I'll tell you, Andrew, Manu may be so focused that he's not expressing emotion coming out on the court, but that was the longest Manu I think we've ever had.
Stu, what a start to this Friday night game day. Andrew Bleckman joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you this game day between the last two Battle Court champions, the Renegades and Cyclones. 3 singles and 3 doubles on the slate, beginning here with a Division 5 matchup in doubles. Arta and Gallo ready to take on Jedden and Unda.
Ladies and gentlemen, we begin our first match of the evening. Arta will have to serve for the Renegade. Arta serves. We begin. Fault. Underserve. Second serve must be good. So Arta trying to thread the needle there right to begin.
Going for it. Got to move Unda up on these serves. Let him stand back there, and he's just going to blast the first throw. Oh, well done.
We begin. The second serve and a point for the Renegades, Arta and Gallo. That goes off the tip. Unda Sesta.
I was a little surprised that Jedden actually didn't go for that one. That was kind of right up the middle, and then when it was crossing, it was actually perfectly on the wall. Unda tried to get in there with the right side, but not to be. Oh, and another one.
An ace for Arta. He has 2 points, along with Gallo, and the serve for the Renegades.
Well, first one was high bounce crossing, and that one coming in the lower and a little bit softer crossing the sidewall. Comes off at a tough angle and not easy to handle. Quick 2-0 lead.
Here's the catch by Unda, powerful backhand. Gallo from the right side. Big bounce brought down by Unda. Beautiful catch. Forehand to the outside. That landed out. A third point for Arta. And Gallo of the Renegades, Arta serves. It's all the power you can get, but when he came off that back wall.
Well, just escaped a little bit. And again, we see that even on the forehands, not even the rebote. I mean, hits off the back wall. It's going to shoot to the outside, and that one didn't even land in. Very surprising, but another point up there for the Renegades. Not really all too contested early on. It's a tough one, backing Unda up.
Powerful backhand by Unda. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Unda backs to the 10 line. Powerful forehand. Gallo's there, takes it in the air. Unda, big right side from the 9. Rebote, 2-all, by. Arta beautifully executed from the 8 line and scoring. That's a 4th point for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades. Arta serves.
Boy, that one just opened up beautifully here. He's kind of off balance too. I mean, yeah, he's leaning a little bit to the right. Look at where this one opens up. About the 2 line.
And Jedden
exactly
has
where you
typically
want
been
it.
all over those, but I don't think anybody was expecting that. Serve to the outside, read by Unda, stopped by Unda. The carom by Unda will score. That's a point for Jedden and Unda. The Cyclones, Jedden has a serve.
Well, that's what you got to do here. I mean, you get trapped inside like Arta does, and Unda has to throw a good 2-wall to score. Arta's reaching, good length, but just beats him to the net.
Gallo advances to make the catch. Powerful forehand follows. Unda overhead on the right side. Gallo on the backhand from the 9. Archer reaching up midcourt. Lost it on the backswing. That's the 2nd point for the Cyclones. Jedden and Unda. Jedden has the serve.
I mean, look, we've seen that you get down to these lower level of doubles and it becomes a game of runs. I mean, you don't have to ask Jedden and Unda. They suffered one of the most significant and most devastating losses we've seen last time out. They were up 5-0 in the 2nd set after winning the 1st. They lost 6 straight points and then the 3rd set. These guys have regrouped pretty well here, being down 4-0. See if they can get this point and make it a set.
Powerful backhand by Unda. Under the sidewall, backhand now from the 9 line. Jedden has a tip ball about the 7 line. That's 5 points for Arta and Gallo. Possible set point.
Yeah, Jedden got off to a really hot start in the 1st set of their last Division 5 match and then really struggled in sets 2 and 3 while Hu was just pressuring him to the outside. Hasn't been all too involved in this match. You see him try to step back and make a play and just another tip. And not too aggressive in the service box, just kind of getting out of the way.
Gallo, forehand from the 10 line. Unda takes that on the bounce. Arta playing deep. Backhand from the 8. Powerfully thrown. Rebote. That rebound off the back wall coming out. Forehand Rebote is wide. Point. And the 1st set for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades.
Well, 6-2, Arta and Gallo take the 1st set of the evening on the 1st game day of the season between the Renegades and Cyclones. It's been an interesting schedule for some of these teams. And, the Renegades have played, looks like the Chargers twice, the Warriors twice, but have yet to match up, and the Devils twice, and have actually yet to match up against these Cyclones. You said at the top of the broadcast, a battle of the last 2 champions in Battle Court. Cyclones winning last season, Renegades winning back in Season 7. And it's pretty much the same core of the Renegades team that won Season 7. You got Gosheri and Goenaga at the top. You got Ubia is a Division 3 backcourter. And then Ben, of course, has been kind of a staple on this roster. And a very similar team for the Cyclones, too. They brought back 4 of the 6 same players from that championship team from just a season ago. And they added Jedden and Bradley and Jedden in Divisions 5 and 6, respectively, to fill out the rest of that roster. But the Cyclones are coming off of what was, you could argue one of the worst game days in the last 2 seasons against the Fireballs earlier this week. It was 5 doubles matches, which you would have thought going into it probably would have favored the Cyclones, but they just got dominated. The Fireballs took them down 5-1. A couple losses by some key players on this team, including Jairo, Manu with a loss in singles and doubles. So this team, we'll see if they can get back on track tonight. This is a Cyclones team that's reeling. It needed some points. And the Renegades, too, coming off of a loss earlier in the week when they matched up against the Warriors, and that was a Warriors team that was down Cabrera. I mean, they were dealing with Bueno, who was coming in as a sub, who played very well against them. Felt like the Renegades had started to turn the corner, but We'll see if they can get back with some points tonight as well. We'll give you the rest of the slate quickly. We got 3 singles matches coming up next. We'll see Gosheri Manu, Goanaga against Inaki, and then Ubiya against Hyro, followed by Division 6 doubles, which will be Gallo and Ben against Jedden and Bradley, and then the finale tonight, Division 1 doubles, Gosheri and Ubiya against Inaki and Manu. Those are the 6 matches in order tonight. Ready to begin our second set here, our opening match.
Jedden serves. Second set begins with an underserve. First fault, second serve must be good.
Yeah, and look for Jedden to step up here in this set. You know, Unda's doing a lot back there, giving his all. Oh, that's an underserve.
Double fault, loss of point. Arta and Gallo, the Renegades, are on the board first in the second set.
Yeah, I mean, going from bad to worse for Jedden, really. I mean, his last 3 touches, a tip ball, Robote sailing out of play, and then a double fault. I mean, you really don't see that all too often. As Arta and Gallo take that first point, and not the way you want to start off a very poor set.
Arta with the Cortada serve. It's deep. That's a powerful backhand by Unda. Gallo handles it well. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Jedden. Arta's got it. Winds up. 2-all. Red by Jedden. Stopped by Jedden. Carambola by Jedden will score. That's a point for Jedden, Unda, and the Cyclones. Jedden has the serve.
And this is a catch that just has to be made. You know, it's not the best 2-all we've seen from Arta. It's barely on the wood. And then the carambola coming back. That's kind of what I've been wanting to see more players do. Throw it a little higher, take more angle off the sidewall. That's still a difficult catch, and he missed that one.
Powerful forehand by Gallo. Unda reaches up, makes the play. Arta reaching in. That's a great catch at the 7 line. Big right side again by Unda. Here's the backhand by Arta. Robote, that rebound off the back wall to the forehand of Jedden. Arta's got it. Robote to the forehand of Unda. He plays it deep. Gallo makes the catch over the top.
Tough one.
That ball's tipped in the backcourt. That's a second point for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades.
Big bouncer right up in front of Unda as he's trying to make that catch. Not the easiest one in the world. Gallo's done a nice job of sending these forehands high into the corner, involving the sidewall. He's really stepped up and had a strong start to the season in the backcourt. And doing it in the front, too, on some other teams.
Unda advances to make this catch off the serve. Backhand by Gallo, powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. Unda on the Robote to the outside. Arta makes the catch in the air. Cortada
Beautiful.
Scores on the second bounce. Well executed by Arta and scoring. That's a third point for Arta and Gallo. Arta has the serve.
Yeah, Jedden very good at defending the outside of the court, not so much to the inside. Look at how far to on the outside of the court and how deep he is, too. I mean, that's about the overserve line, leaving all that space inside, and Unda's the only one that could potentially make a play on it. And Unda getting increasingly more frustrated point by point. Now it's up to a 2-point lead in the second set.
As I've ever seen him. Fault, miss serve. Second serve must be good. Don't have many miss serves.
Well, usually, yeah, we've seen that from Arta when he went trying to go for the Cortada serve. But you're right, very rare.
Yeah, he was completely sidearm on that. Unda on the backhand to the inside. Gallo. Powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Jedden's there. Beautiful forehand Robote. Caught by Gallo. Big bounce brought down by Unda. Gallo, difficult catch on the left side. Back to the inside it goes. Unda's there. Gallo comes over the top. Jedden picks it on the left side. Fine backhand. Outside placement. Caught in the air by Jedden. Jedden back to the inside. Gallo takes it in the air at the 8. Unda comes out to fire the Robote to the inside. Gallo with another fine catch. Big backhand to the corner. Unda's there. Powerful backhand. Unda jumping in the corner. Makes a beautiful play. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Jedden. Taken on the bounce by Arch in the front court. Forehand to pass, headed for the corner. Check, check, yep. Scores. That's a 4th point for Arta. And Gallo of the Renegades, Arta serves.
Well, Unda's up a few lines closer to the front wall because he's seen a couple of cortadas come his way, so that draws him a little closer. And how does Arta counter? He goes high back into the corner, gets the chick-chack, and it's dead back in that spot well beyond the 10 line. 4-1 lead, and see if they can close this one out. Playing very well.
Powerful right side by Unda. Rebote. Rebote saved by Arta. Unda moves in. Karam, beautifully executed and scoring. That's a 2nd point for Jedden. And Unda of the Cyclones, Jedden has the serve.
Unda's been working very hard throughout this match. You give him a lot of credit for his heart and his energy. And he comes in from the backcourt here and just shoots a Karam. It's perfect. Opens up nicely. I mean, he's been getting out there to save some rebotes, which he really doesn't have to because Jedden's been there, but he's trying to take over this match for his team.
That's a powerful forehand by Gallo. It does pass. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden on the rebote. Caught by Arta. Arta cortada. Stopped by Unda. Scoop. Tipped in the backcourt. 3rd point for Jedden and Unda of the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
And that's really smart, you know, committing to the cortada there up in the front. If he sends it over your head and the chick-chack happens, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it. You can make a play on this cortada attempt. It's a really good throw. It crosses the wall, but he lines it up to his right side and then just rifles one back in. Gallo can't handle on the bounce.
Gallo comes over the top. Picaba. Big bounce. Will score. That's a 5th point for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades. This is possible set, possible match point.
That's just a really good throw by Gallo there. Coming in from the back, he gets it on the right side.
Absolutely.
Goes high, gets it on the floor, and it's crossing the sidewall right as Unda tries to make a play on it.
Unda, powerful backhand. Gallo gets there, makes the catch. Big right side, going to cross the wall. Rebote, left side, it's a 2-all. Arta stops it. Cortada will score. Point in a straight set victory for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades, taking it 6-2, 6-3.
Renegades strike first on this Friday night. They take the opening match in straight set, 6-2, 6-3. Take a look and see here this final throw. Arta low, hard to the inside, crossing the wall. Yeah, that was close to a second bounce, but either way, that ball is up in the screen. 6-2, 6-3, Renegades on the board.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World's Highlight League. The crown is yours.
Joined by our winners over there, Arta and Gallo. Congratulations, guys. Now 3-3 on the season. First time matching up against this particular Cyclones team. What were you looking to attack within this side?
Keep the ball away from Unda's right side. That was pretty much it. And from there on, try to attack whenever we had a chance. But the main thing was try to keep the ball away from Unda's right side.
Yeah, I mean, Gallo, and again, catching in the backcourt's been such a strength for you this season, but the offense was there, putting it right along the sidewall. How were you trying to make life difficult for Unda back there in the corner?
Just like he said, he prefers the right side. If I can get him the ball on the left, it's a bonus for us. And if I can get it to Jedden's or Rebote, it's just as good. And we stuck to the game plan. It worked out.
Awesome, guys. Really well done on the board first. Thank you.
Go Renegades.
Go Renegades.
Entering the singles portion of the evening, 3 matches in a row, and starting with Division 1. Gaucheri will match up against Manu. Battle of the captains. Gaucheri's been off to a great start in singles. He's 4-1 this year. Manu kind of been up and down. He's really played some good matches, and the results maybe not showing. He's just 2-4. Earlier this week, Manu suffered a loss to Nicholas in straight sets. Gaucheri has not yet played singles this week, but again, he's been hot. He's coming off of a few doubles wins where he seemed to be getting more and more comfortable with this court. And again, singles, you just have even more space out there to make it happen.
See the warm-up here before the game.
And Gaucheri's coming into this match with a 3-game winning streak. His only loss this year in singles was against Douglas back on, that was February 17th. And I remember that match. I don't know if anybody would have beaten Douglas that day. So,
not that day, not here.
So look, that's the only blemish on the card for Gaucheri, and he's just been off to a pretty good start at the last, and that's even with room for improvement. He struggled a little bit with his kill rate and stuff like that, but see what he's got here against Manu, looking to extend the lead for his side.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Singles match. Serving for the Renegades is Gaucheri. Receiving for the Cyclones is Manu. There's the serve. We begin. Backhand by Manu, looking to pass. Gaucheri committed to the backcourt, makes the catch. Gaucheri on the catch. Backhand. Robote forehand. To the left side of Gaucheri. Gaucheri back to the inside where it will score. First point of this match goes to Gaucheri of the Renegades.
Well, regardless of some of the struggles he's had killing the point in doubles, that is not really come into effect here in singles play. He's thrown 33 winners across his 5 matches played, and he's only given up 14 to his opponents. I mean, he's plus 19 in that department. I mean, that shows you he's got the shots, but he also has the defense to go with it. Tremendous foot speed, reads the ball well, and really the full package.
That's an excellent catch by Manu. Gaucheri again committed to the backcourt. Backhand from the 10 line. Manu is there. Backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Robote coming out. Gaucheri, 2-all Robote, will score. That's 2 points for Gaucheri of the Renegades. He serves.
And snapping shots just like that, whether it's in the air or off the Robote. Gaucheri gaining confidence really point by point out here at Jam Arena. Take a look here. He's lining this one up off the back wall. And players, on the whole, have gotten way more comfortable with throwing shots. You see the 2-wall there. Throwing it hard, just above the pad. Makes it an even longer run for Manu. Makes it 2-0.
Beautiful serve by Gaucheri. Fine catch by Manu. Forehand Robote to the inside. Manu is there. Manu powerfully from the backhand. This one's caught by Gaucheri. Robote, left side by Manu. Lands out. A 3rd point for Gaucheri. He served. Manu at one point was spot on with those 2-walls. That one just landing wide, catching the wood.
Yeah, and it's interesting, too. You look at Gaucheri's point results, and in every out category, he's outpacing his opponent because there's so much pressure to score against him. Whether it's the pad, the screen, out of play like Manu just threw one there. You're just trying to find a way to consistently score against Gaucheri, and that is a lot easier said than done.
Ball over serve. Second serve must be good. Gaucheri, like so many others, looking for that picada serve, that pica serve.
Yeah.
Big bounce into the corner. I mean, to get over Manu's head.
Hey, you may as well try it singles.
It can be done.
In the service box.
Nothing easy about that.
I think Zuleika's thrown it most effectively this season.
That's a beautiful serve by Gaucheri. Powerful backhand by Manu. Rebote. Manu. Catch at the 8 line. Here's the backhand. Gaucheri to the back court. Powerful backhand stays inside. Rebote coming out on the wall. It will score. A 4th point for Gaucheri. Of the Renegades, he serves.
He's making it happen offensively, and then even here, what seems like an innocent throw is just perfectly lined up on the back, on the side wall as Manu tries to save the Rebote.
A game of inches in so many different ways. At the side wall, the wood, the lines, all of it. And there you saw Manu's waiting for it. It came in perfect contact with the side wall, a few inches away from his center. Fault over serve. Gaucheri definitely going for it on that first serve. Manu from the left side powerfully. Gaucheri's there, backhand. Manu drops one low on the back wall. Gaucheri turns it into a 2-wall. It opens. Manu stops it. Manu powerfully from the forehand. That will score. Manu has a point. And the serve for the Cyclones.
Yeah, that's Gaucheri. I mean, really not a lot he can do with this Rebote. It's coming in low. You're close to the side wall, so it's even tougher to make a shot from there. Manu just picks one right off the net and makes him pay. Oh, man.
Saw Gaucheri prepared for a carom as much as anything else and then committed to it. Excellent serve by Manu. Manu?
Wow.
Wow. Long Costado 2-all scores. Manu has 2 points. And the serve.
Well, don't give it Manu on the outside of the court because he can do this. I mean, Gaucheri's got a head start.
And he's still not going to get to
30
it.
feet from that one.
Manu threw that with such comfort.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that 2 outs?
Yeah, we say it every singles match, but for a backcourt or two, it's just phenomenal skill.
Gaucheri opens up on the left side. Powerfully to the back wall. Rebote on the wall. Manu makes a save. Gaucheri takes it on the bounce, winds up. Costado 2-all scores. A 5th point for Gaucheri. Possible set point.
I think Gaucheri was not 100% sure he can get to this ball in the air, so he ends up backing up and leaving himself a very difficult scoop. Control is always the concern on the next throw, but he had a bunch of it to score and make it 5-2 with a chance to close out the set.
Manu from the 10 line, wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Gaucheri. Back to Manu. Backhand from the 9 line. Rebote coming out. Beautiful throw on the Rebote. Manu looking for the big bounce. Gaucheri goes up the wall, comes down with the ball on the right side, and kills it with a chick-chack.
Goodness.
Point and set for Gaucheri. Takes the first set 6-2.
Look at this, man. I mean, he gets way up there.
Not just the fact that he bent his knees and brought his legs up either. He did get way up there. And to have the control to land and throw a chick-chack, just my, oh my. What a beautiful combination that is.
Well, I've been saying, I mean, 3-match win streak in. I mean, after that set, looks like he's on his way to another win. I mean, just tremendous play. Doing everything again. I mean, going up the wall, throwing some great shots. Just a fun player to watch when he's on. And they're, you know, between these two throughout their careers in battle court, Gaucheri's really dominated the series. Across the last 2 seasons, Gaucheri is 4-0. 2 of those matches, 1 in straight sets, the other 2 in 3. So it's been all Gaucheri. you know, again, Manu is just the fact that he can compete with these guys as consistently as he does is impressive, but Gaucheri, when he's on, it's just a different level.
Here we are back in the players' cage. Manu getting some feedback over there in the corner from Jairo.
Yeah, Jairo coming out for a singles match. Jairo's been great in singles this year. He's undefeated. He's riding a 4-match doubles losing streak, but will not be competing in that tonight. Just the singles against Ubiya. But before that, we'll see Goenaga against Inaki, which will be coming up after this. Manu strapping back in. Looks like he's going to get back out there for set number 2. Manu will begin with the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our second set. Manu has the serve for the Cyclones. Players both tying into their cestas. Manu serves. We begin. Gaucheri, fine catch. That ball is going right to the corner. Bote inside. Forehand kicked up and hit the overhead screen. First point. The second set goes to Gaucheri of the Renegades.
Yeah, forehander Bote just escaping a bit when it hits off the side wall to the outside. That ball is just not going to stay in play. Gaucheri quickly on the board here in set number 2.
Beautiful serve by Gaucheri. Backhand by Manu. Gaucheri to the outside, makes the catch. Powerful forehand, will pass. Robote, high. Gaucheri takes it out of the air, winds up. The 2-all will score. Well played by both players. Gaucheri gets the point.
And it just opens up more from the outside. You'll see Gaucheri here as he winds this one up. Manu's breaking, but he knows it's going to come. And still not really close to it.
Yeah, Gaucheri in that position, if he has the inside drop shot wide open to him, he has the 2-all.
He established the inside early. I mean, remember back to his first Costado, straight inside, but the rest of them have been thrown to score.
Here's the backhand by Manu. It does pass. Gaucheri comes out looking for the rebote. Floater. Catch by Manu. Manu on the carom. That lands just wide. A third point for Gaucheri of the Renegades. He serves.
Yeah, he didn't like that from the moment he threw it. Knew it was going to be wide and gives Gaucheri 3 straight points to begin set 2. It's just hard to go on runs of this magnitude against a player of Gaucheri's quality. You just don't see it like you do in some of the lower divisions. Ooh, what a big serve.
High lofting serve handled by Manu. Manu comes out with the Costado. Drop shot. Manu takes off. Will not get there. That's a 4th point for Gaucheri. Still has the serve.
And again, a pretty difficult catch to make with a big bounce. I mean, he attacks this with full confidence, makes a great play, and then shoots a difficult drop shot. He needed every bit of it, needed that second bounce, and he got it before Manu made the play.
Gaucheri throwing everything, throwing 2-all, putting it inside. Killed it with the chick-chack on the forehand, drop shot there. Manu on the catch. Here's the backhand. Along the wall, Gaucheri makes the play. Manu on the catch. Backhand from the 9 line. Rebote forehand. Clears the overhead screen. Shoots out. Manu makes a save. At the sidewall, Gaucheri's there. Below to the outside. The kill shot. Outside placement scores. 5 points for Gaucheri in the second set. Possible set, possible match point.
And there's really nothing Manu can do with that. I mean, he's trapped to the sidewall, and he just lays it up. And Gaucheri moves in and has so many options from the costado. It's been outside pretty much all match. And here's another one, the filo, straight outside where it scores.
Big bounce serve by Gaucheri. Here's the backhand by Manu. Rebote to the inside. Gaucheri's on it. Manu makes the catch in the air. Backhand to the corner. Gaucheri saves the rebote. Here's Manu from the 8 line. Backhand 2-all. Lands in, picked up, but not held on to. There'll be no shutout in the second set. Manu gets a point and the serve for the Cyclones.
He's on the board, tricky with the backhand 2-all. Gets Gaucheri going the wrong direction. First time he's brought this one out. Take a look here, backhand, like it's a normal backhand, but thrown off the sidewall first. Fortunate Gaucheri missed that one. The match would have been over.
Nice catch and return by Gaucheri off the serve. Rebote forehand, back to the inside, scoop by Gaucheri. Rebote, the rebound off the back wall, saved by Manu. Forehand, Karam Rebote, stopped on the bounce by Gaucheri. Gaucheri looking to pass, he does. Rebote coming out, Manu's on it. That clip, Gaucheri has it. Karam, read by Manu. Manu will pass from the forehand. No, he won't. Gaucheri stops it in the air. Beautiful catch.
Crazy catch.
Forehand, Karam Rebote again, and Gaucheri stops it. Drop shot will score. Point in a straight set victory for Gaucheri, taking it 6-2, 6-1.
Back-to-back wins for the Renegades to start off this game day. Quick 2-0 lead as they bring out Gonaga in singles up next. He will take on Iñaki. Boy, what a performance there from Gaucheri. 4 wins in a row, and now 3 of them in straight sets. Take a look at that game day score, 2-0 in favor of the Renegades. And look at those standings, Stu. As tight as we've seen at the halfway point of the season. Just 2 points separating first from last place. Chargers up at the top after their win last night. The Devils and the Renegades actually tied down there at the bottom. We got some replays, though, for that last match. And, boy, I mean,
shots galore
did
from
this ever look
Gaucheri.
easy? Yeah, I mean, made it look so simple. The 2-wall there opens it up. Off the Rebote. Catch here, another 2-wall.
See Manu trying to, this isn't just a save, trying to get a big, big bounce. Gaucheri just goes up beautifully. And
throws that to the chick check, huh? Just unbelievable.
Punctuated. Yeah, just well done. See, this clipped, I believe, that stays in the side. Entirely different throw. Sherry just throws a 2-wall that opens up wide to score.
Karam there, not enough. Is this the, yeah, I think this is the catcher. Look at Gaucheri, no fear as he's flying into the concrete side wall. Then throws it right there, Manu.
Forehand Karam Rebote.
Yeah, another
pretty
attempt.
well executed. Tough shot, one of the hardest in nylon.
And that's it. 2 bounces, and Gaucheri gets a straight set victory. And we got Gaucheri over in the corner. Let's hear from him. After that win, congratulations, Gaucheri. now 5-1 in singles, including 4 wins in a row, 3 of which have come in straight sets. What's been the key to just this tremendous play from you in singles?
Yeah, I'm playing good the singles today. I start very good because I know that I have to play very good to win these matches. We have 3 points. We need this one. We need 1 point today, and I knew that this match I had to fight to win, and happy for the win.
Awesome, go Sherry. Great start for your team, 2-0. See if you can keep it rolling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate the World Highlight League's commitment to giving back to our community through its impactful charitable program. The Renegades are playing on behalf of the Udonis Haslam Foundation, which aims to address the socioeconomic and mental health issues that plague the inner cities. Their mission is to give hope to children and families in underserved communities by facilitating exposure to opportunities and access to care and resources. The Cyclones are proudly playing on behalf of the Spain-U.S. Chamber of Commerce. With Highlight's roots tracing back to the Basque region of Spain, the Chamber strengthens business ties between Spain, the U.S., and Latin America while promoting Spanish culture and companies here in the U.S. Let's give a big round of applause to these 2 remarkable organizations for the vital work they do in our community. And with that, we are ready to begin match number 3.
Gonaga serves, we begin. Is Iñaki, fine catch, powerful backhand. This one caught in the air by Gonaga. Rebote kicks out, 2-all. Beautifully executed off the rebote by Iñaki to score. Iñaki of the Cyclones gets the first point and the serve.
Now let's see if Iñaki can get this Cyclones team rolling here. He got them their only win in the last game day, alongside Unda in doubles. It could really kickstart a run for the Cyclones that can get them some points tonight. I mean, only down 2-0. They got Jairo coming out next. They got Jeden and Bradley, then Inaki and Manu. I mean, this one is far from over. Got some really good teams and players left.
That's an ace. Another excellent serve by Iñaki will score. That's a 3rd point for Iñaki of the Cyclones.
Well, they need it. I mean, the crowd is on their side. A lot of Cyclones in the building trying to pump Iñaki up, and off to a great start here, 3-0.
Yeah, I saw someone like at the screen yelling.
So don't want to be there. Don't want to be there in doubles. In singles, you're probably safe.
Powerful serve again by Iñaki. Gonaga on the backhand. To the corner, out to the rebote. Floater. Saved by Iñaki. This one takes off.
Yeah, watch this one.
Gonaga trying to get a 2-all of that one. Good effort. A 4th point for Iñaki. He serves.
Well, look, I mean, it's not a natural bounce, but it actually is still consistent. I mean, that was a right side rebote that escaped a little bit, and it opened up to the middle of the court. Gonaga a little late to react and then tried to turn it into a 2-all, which came up a bit short.
Another powerful serve by Iñaki is going to score. Well done. That's 5 points and a possible set point for Iñaki. Iñaki knowing the value of that serve when the ball's fresh.
No,
He's
absolutely.
just capitalized on it.
Well, Iñaki throughout his career, before coming over to Jam Arena, he didn't have any aces really in singles because he goes for a more traditional serve. I mean, here he can exploit it, and that's what he's done in this opening set. 5 straight. And 3 of them have come off the ace.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. See if Inaki plays it safe here on the second serve or goes for it again. Powerful serve by Iñaki. This one caught and returned by Goanaga. Robote forehand. That takes off, hits the overhead screen. There'll be no shutout as a point for Goanaga of the Renegades. Still possible set point for Iñaki. Goanaga serves.
And then you're going to expect that bounce with a pretty fresh ball off the front wall, kicking up and out of play.
Here's Iñaki on the catch, backhand to the inside. Beautiful catch along the sidewall by Goanaga. He passes with the backhand. 2-all, too much. That's out of play. The second point for Goanaga. He serves.
Yeah. Kind of stayed elevated when that ball hit the front wall. Felt like it was going to drop in, but just kept sailing and ultimately landed a bit wide. Sounds like school just got out behind us, Stu, right? It's
I believe that there's a
screaming children.
Friday night bus stop just down a few feet away. Robote coming out. Forehand Robote. Inaki takes it on the bounce. Karam. Goanaga. Try to get to it. That is point and set to Iñaki. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
Yeah, a little bit of a wonky set there. I mean, just the way it started off and a lot of missed serves from Goanaga, too. I wouldn't expect that to continue so much to the end of the match. But Inaki took it 6-2 on a time where the Cyclones really needed an injection of life into their team, and maybe Inaki can provide just that spark. See Hyra right there? He's coming out next.
I mean, Iñaki just firing one after the next right off the serve, trying to finish it. I mean, you see that Goanaga has to go, whoever's trying to catch the ball in the corner like that. What are they going to do with it? That's the whole concept of the big bounce serve into the corner. Is you're trying to catch it. It's an awkward catch. You can't land on your feet, make a plan, and hold it. You have to hit your feet and throw. And so realistically, there's not much you can do.
Exactly right. And Inaki's really been playing well in singles throughout his career. I mean, in Division II, above 500 record. And, Inaki early in his career played up in that top division and was very effective for the Warriors. Well, there's Goanaga. 0-1 to start off his season. Sorry, 1-2 rather to start off his season here in singles. And Inaki 0-2, so he's looking to get on the board with his first win.
Both players ready to come out. Actually have come out of the cage. Still got about 20 seconds to go in the break period.
Yeah, and Inaki's 2 losses were pretty tough. I mean, both matches went to a third set. He lost to Arrutia 6-4, and he lost to Benny 6-5 in the third set. So, I mean, he's a couple points away from being perfect here, and he's really come out on fire against Goanaga. We're going to get that first win.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our second set. Goanaga has a serve for the Renegades. Goanaga serves. Our second set has begun. Inaki switches from left to right. Powerful forehand. Will pass and score. Beautiful throw by Inaki to start things off here in the second set. Inaki gets the point and the serve.
And there's a lot of risk with going for that forehand pass. I mean, he sent it about a foot within the chop. I mean, a couple inches within that choppa there. Clears the screen, and look, that's a very difficult one to catch in the air, but Goanaga committed to it. That was his only hope. Quickly on the board here is Inaki in set 2. Now control the serve back.
Backhand by Goanaga. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Inaki's on it. 2-all.
Perfect.
Lands in and scores. That's the second point for Iñaki. Of the Cyclones, he serves.
Well, sometimes the rebote just comes right to you. At that time, Goanaga kind of fed Inaki. Look how he's lining this one up. It's coming at the right speed, times it up perfectly, and just drops it inside the boundary. Perfect 2-all to make it 2-0. And coming into this match, I mean, that's where Inaki struggled in singles. He hadn't thrown a ton of winners. He's only thrown 5. He's given up 19 to his opponents. And you don't typically think of Inaki getting killed like that off the winners, especially not in singles.
What a serve, what a catch by Goanaga. Rebote, saved by Iñaki. Goanaga takes this one on the bounce. Powerful forehand. 2-all. Stopped by Goanaga. Drop shot by Goanaga will score. Goanaga's on the board with a point and the serve.
Well, he got his first point a little earlier here in set number 2 and see if he can go on a little run of his own. Perfect thought with the drop shot there. I mean, I really like that throw. Inaki's backing up, expecting something to the inside or to go high to pass. The drop shot just really takes anything or any chance for Inaki out of the equation.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Goanaga also going for that big serve straight to the corner. Iñaki on the backhand. Goanaga makes the catch at the 10 line. Powerful forehand. Iñaki makes the grab. Another powerful forehand. This one passes. Rebote. Goanaga makes the save. Iñaki has it on the costado. 2-all opens wide and scores. A third point for Iñaki. With the Cyclones, he serves.
I love how aggressive Inaki has been right from the start. I mean, he's not wasting any time engaging in a long rally. He's taking the first opportunity and setting these points up well on top of it. Right here, I mean, he's got a 2-all from inside the service box. That's kind of the go zone, and he executes it to open up that lead to 3-1.
That's an ace by Iñaki. Powerfully thrown, 4 points, and the serve.
And going up for that big bouncing serve again. I think the difficulty is Goanaga's leaping as he's trying to make this catch. He doesn't know exactly where that ball is in the basket as he goes up for it. And this is a skill too. I mean, it's not like every guy has done this. We've seen a bunch of players in singles, almost everybody now, and Inaki's been the most effective.
Goanaga on the backhand from the 9 line. Drops low on the back wall. Comes out, though. 2-all.
Goodness.
Rebote by Iñaki scores. Perfectly executed. 5 points. Possible set, possible match point for Iñaki. Wow.
He's on fire. You know,
Absolutely.
one 2-all after, you know, better than the next.
Every time he gets the ball, he tries to do something with it, or has done something with it. Even on the serve, Rebote.
To put this one up there with one of his all-time performances in singles, still a point away from closing it out to get the Cyclones their first win of the day. My goodness.
The ace
What a
will
way to
finish
end
things off. Point. Set and match to Iñaki, taking it in straight sets, 6-2, 6-1.
What a win there for Inaki. 6-2, 6-1, and his Cyclones are on the board. Coming up next, Dubia against Jairo, Division III singles.
Real Money Games are live in Florida. Real Money Games are live Real money games are live in Florida.
Real money games are live in Florida!
Real money games powered by Pass Motor Racing are now live in Florida. Only on Hard Rock Bet. All you need is $1 to start. Win money your first 24 hours or get a games bonus back up to $100.
Real money games!
All right, Highlight fans, it is time for Whack the Wall. The rules are simple. Our contestant here, Julio, will start at the 2 line. If he whacks the wall, the front wall first, he has a chance to go to the underserve line. If he whacks the wall then, the front wall first, he gets $100 and gets to move to the overserve line for a chance to win $250 if he whacks the wall from there, the front wall first, that is. All right, let's cheer Julio on, everyone. Oh, it's okay, you get 2 more shots, Julio. Oh, it's okay, Julio. You get 1 more shot. You got this, Julio. Let's cheer him on. Oh, so close, but the pad is bad. All right. We'll see you here next Friday night. If you're the lucky person that we pick to try to whack the wall for your chance to win $250.
Boy, that was fun, Stu. Not often we get to just watch and observe out here without having to talk. And good effort there by that gentleman with the Whack the Wall contest. It was just, it's tougher than it looks. It really is, folks. Any comments, Stu?
Yes, the Whack the Wall has been done for a number of years at a variety of different highlight frontons. And that's the main reason, is to bring folks out and show them, it's like, hey, why did you drop that ball? Hey, how'd you miss it? It's like, hey, buddy, how'd you like to get out of the audience and try to hit the wall? And then you could turn it into something positive and say, oh, by the way, if you can, we'll give you a couple $100.
Well, it's good stuff, Stu. Let's get back to the highlight out here with Division III singles. Ubia will take on Jairo. This is a matchup we've seen the last couple of seasons down in Division III. Ubia so far this season 0-1 rather, out at Jam Arena. Jairo, though, he's off to a great start. He's 3-0, still undefeated. And Jairo coming into this one without a win since back in February. So it's been a little bit of a cold spell for him. Not used to saying that. But the Cyclones with a win here could tie up this game day at 2-2, and happy to send Jairo out. I think the players are going to get a couple extra throws in here. Yeah, not quite ready. You got to warm up the engines too. With the way that Ubia throws it, you can't just get out there and start throwing it.
Well, yeah, especially Ubia is coming off that hamstring injury, and Jairo reminds us regularly that he's 43. So, yeah, just coming out cold, I'll be able to stretch things out a little bit. And yeah, we came to the determination that 2 to 3 minute warm-up period between sets is what's needed.
Again, head-to-head, Jairo is 1-0 against Ubia throughout their careers in battle court singles. And it was a tightly contested match the last time they played. I mean, it was just last season, 6-5 in a third set. So even though Jairo did win, it was a little closer than he probably would have expected coming into it. I can imagine Jairo, though, is going to come out with quite the look here, and he looks pretty intense. Not often you see him lose a few in a row, and looks like they're about ready to begin this next match.
Sometimes you just need to grab a whistle, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Ubia has the serve here for the Renegades. Jairo receiving for Cyclones.
Yeah.
There's serve. This match has begun. It's a powerful backhand by Jairo. Ubia looking for the rebote. Goes inside, big bounce. Oh, what a scoop by Jairo, juggled though. Ball ruled to have been juggled on the scoop. First point for Ubia of the Renegades.
Well, that was tricky. I mean, he went high to the inside. We saw Gaucheri handle that catch pretty easily, but look at this big bouncer. It was dancing around the frame. I don't know if it was ever in the basket to be juggled. But again, early on, a lot that they can do to make up for it here. We'll be able to take that first point, though. Coming off an injury, want to see how Ubi is moving out there. Seems to be okay, and of course, it's all about that power, which didn't suffer an arm injury, so seems to be all good.
Rebote 2-all is wide. That's a point for Jairo of the Cyclones. He serves. So be going for the fall down rebote and just landing very wide.
Yeah, he'll go for that. You know, we've seen that pretty consistently as he's going down to the floor. He'll try to make a play on, you know, what is a nothing rebote that would set Jairo up. He's going down swinging, and you got to respect that. Oh,
that's an ace from Jairo. 2 points and the serve.
Well, you never really have to guess how Ubi is feeling. He's going to tell you more times than not. And that time he was a little surprised as across the side wall. Coming in on him a little more than expected, and that was just a bullet of a serve.
Beautiful. Yeah, ball's coming fast. My guess is he's used to that, or should be. Straight from Marquina, where the balls are fast. Here's the backhand from Ubia. Rebote coming out. Powerful backhand. Rebote to the forehand of Jairo. He looks to pass. He does. Great save on the rebote by Ubia. Ubia takes this one in the air. Backhand. Powerfully thrown to the inside. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Ubia takes this on the bounce. Ball tipped. They're tied up 2-2. Ubia serves for the Renegades.
You know, Jairo loves that right side, and he loves to go to it more on the catch, too. Yeah,
Jairo finding a wet spot.
We'll get that cleaned up.
On the court, judges out there. There's Unda. I'm always curious to see who's going to come out.
It'd be nice if we just had a mop right there that they could just take right out to the court and just squeegee it right up. Still, you know, if only someone would have had that brilliant idea.
Look at Unda with that towel. Great job.
I'm sorry, Stu. I'm sorry, Stu.
We'll talk extensively later.
I'm feeling loose. It's the tournament. I'm sorry. You know.
You're good. There's the serve. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Here's the serve. Jairo's there. Here's the backhand. Into the corner. Difficult rebote saved by Ubia. Jairo, the great snag. Puts it back inside. Rebote forehand. Up, and away. That's out of play. That's a third point for Jairo, the Cyclones. He serves.
Jairo getting back in control on one of these points, getting one to pass. And look, if he can just send it over Ubia's head and consistently force him to rebote, he's got a pretty good chance to win this match. It's very difficult for Ubia to make those type of shots off the rebote. And again, he's just not as consistent as some of these other front quarters.
Beautiful catch by Ubia off the hard serve by Jairo. Rebote coming out. Robote forehand. Caught by Ubia. Forehand Robote sent back again. Ubia takes it in the air. Backhand to the inside. Robote forehand by Jairo passes. Jairo from the outside. Powerfully to the inside. 3-ball play. Ubia on the Robote. Great effort by Ubia. That falls just short. A 4th point for Jairo.
And Jairo's not going to resort to throwing kill shots if he doesn't have to. He would be very comfortable doing just this, passing and allowing Ubia to just keep saving Robote after Robote until he can't. Just like that, it kind of drops low off the back wall and ends up in the pad. Simple yet effective game plan has opened it up to a 4-2 lead.
Jairo's been playing the same game since, well, forever. I can't think of a time when he didn't. Here's Ubia from the left side to the back wall for Robote. Forehand by Jairo. Ubia has it on the right side. Big right side goes wall to wall. Ubia with the catch. Backhand from the 7. Backhand to wall. Ooh. Scores. That's a 3rd point for Ubia. He serves. So we've seen 2 Guillerminas tonight. First one thrown by Manu. This one thrown by Ubia.
Well, you get it over Jairo's head and can land it right where the players serve there. That's a pretty low percentage save for the opposition. Great execution. Cuts it to a 1-point deficit.
Powerful backhand by Jairo. Robote. Robote forehand. Jairo takes it in the air. Big right side. Robote coming out. Ubia. Left side Robote. Big bounce to the inside. Jairo cuts it off in the air. Powerful backhand coming in low. Robote by Ubia. Catch by Jairo. Jairo sends another one to the back wall. Ball ruled to have been tipped first time around. Jairo has 5 points. Possible set point.
That's a shame. I mean, Ubia just kind of reached out pretty nonchalant with one hand, ended up just tipping it a bit, and the Robote was there, could have kept the rally going. Instead, 5-3 and a chance for Jairo to close it out.
Another spot. Under back out. Let's see the replay. Jairo throws forehand to pass.
And it's very subtle, but I mean, we could hear it back here. It made a nice sound, and that's all it takes.
Still possible set point here for Jairo. That ritualistic serve. Here's Ubia on the catch, backhand. Into the corner. Jairo's there. Outside placement of the forehand Robote. Goes off the frame of Ubia Sesta. His point and set for Jairo. 2 minutes to go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
Jairo closes out the opening set 6-3, and a little more like we become accustomed to with Jairo right there. Big right sides, straight back into the corner, and rode that to success. The Cyclones too, I mean, just so well balanced. They have great doubles teams, and just based on how some of the matches work out, it could be a difficult game day for them, and today's one of those days. It starts off, Arton Gallo against Jednan Unda in doubles, the Renegades favorite in that one, and then they have Gosheri in singles up next. So look, the Cyclones have done a really good job of just kind of staying composed, even though they were down 2-0. Inaki handled his business, Jairo handling his through the first set. If he does so, we're right at 2-2 with 2 matches left and a chance for them to still win it. That Division 6 doubles coming up next could be huge. That's Gallo and Ben against Jen and Bradley. And then the finale, folks, will be Division 1. Gosheri and Ubia back together against Inaki and Manu.
Ubia is just back from hamstring injury. Doing pretty well on the court, I think.
And moving around nicely. You know, doesn't seem to be too affected, impeded by that injury. Ubia is such an aggressive player, and you look at his numbers. I mean, he actually throws a good number of winners. I mean, outpacing his opponents, 30 winners compared to 24 throughout his career. But Jairo, a little bit of a different story. Doesn't throw the winners, but he will just outlast you, catch one more ball. He's plus 20 on just missed catches compared to his opponents. And that's what we saw in set number 1. Set 2 about ready to begin here. Ubia will have the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our second set for this match. Ubia has the serve for the Renegades.
Ubia didn't get many opportunities to throw shots in that set, but see if he starts to pass, use his power, and trying to set up some of these points.
Ubia serves. Our second set has begun. Jairo opens up on the backhand. This pass is Rabote to the left side of Ubia. Play to the inside. Jairo takes that off the wall. Jairo mid-court. Forehand to pass. That scores. Jairo gets the first point of the second set. He serves.
They'll be pointing up at the lights, but it actually looked like it didn't kick off the side wall as much as he anticipated coming back at him. And then as that ball passes, good luck to save that, Rabote.
Ubia makes the catch on the forehand. Big right side. Will pass. Rabote for Jairo. It's a two-wall Rabote thrown by Jairo to score. 2 points and the serve for Jairo of the Cyclones.
So a nice job of letting the play come to him and then dictating the shot to throw. I mean, look at this. It's not what he likes to do, but it's a simple opportunity to throw the Rabote 2-wall. Doesn't need to throw it perfectly, gets it to open enough, and it scores.
Yeah,
very well
was
done.
Lingering to the inside, so. Big backhand by Ubia. Rabote. Forehand. We will take that on the bounce, midcourt. Karam rifled and scoring. Well done. Ubia gets a point in the serve for the Renegades.
No way to stop that one. He wound it up, threw it as hard as he could into the side wall, and gets it to open nicely.
That's
Jairo's
a beautiful
preparing. Yeah, he's preparing for it. He's kind of moving that way and just gets to the net.
Slow motion of the posture really gives you a good view of how posture is involved in that shot. Full extension and straight into the sidewall. Jairo on the backhand. Ubia, 2-all save on the Rabote. Jairo's there. Drop shot. Will score. A third point for Jairo. Of the Cyclones, he serves.
So Ubia just went down. Hope he's okay.
I hope he didn't leave a wet patch.
He was running for that ball. And he was coming in with that leg injury, and hope he didn't aggravate it.
See Jairo here on the replay. Backhand. Knows it's going to be a Rabote.
Fall down save.
He got up pretty quick. Oh, no. And then cutting back
and then
to the
he
inside.
just kind of pulls up as he's going for the ball. Yeah, it's the same type of injury as before, just pulling up as he's approaching, but seems to be okay.
Yeah, back and ready to receive. That ball's missed. That's an ace. 4 points for Jairo. He serves.
And just shaking his head, hoping that he can continue, but he's still got one match left, and that's a pretty big doubles with Gosheri against Inaki and Manu, so just got to stay focused and try to make it into that one.
Powerful serve, crossing the sidewall and scoring. Jairo has 5 points. And so, Chief Judge going to go out and just make sure that Ubi is able to continue, because obviously we don't want him out there if he's not going to be able to continue.
He's having a conversation with the judge, the chief judge. Looks like he's going to stay out here. I mean, he's got 1 point left. Hasn't really handled a bunch of these serves, but
Ubia makes the catch off the serve. Sidearm carom does not open up. Jairo, 2-all, 2 score. Jairo has 6 points. That is a straight set victory. 6-3, 6-1 for Jairo.
well, after all that, the game day tied up 2-2 as we head down into match number 5. Gallo and Ben will take on Jedden and Bradley. Let's take a look at some replays there from match number 4. Jairo tying this thing up. Tough serve there, kicking off the side wall. Gets an ace to start off. We'll have a free point. And the backhand 2-wall. Ooh, just out of reach.
That worked.
And then on the move there, that's a tough miss. That was to end the first set. Ben Jairo here, beautiful Rebote 2-wall.
He doesn't throw many of them, but when he does,
that'll score. 2-wall here, not enough. Jairo going for the drop shot, and this is where Ubia pulls up right there as he goes to make the catch.
Actually, he did reach. Yeah, he reached both going to the wall and coming back off the wall.
And from that point on, just was not the same. Gives it this final effort. Jairo on the Costado 2-wall, and Ubia not making his way out to that one. 6-3, 6-1. Jairo, dominant win to tie it up. Take a look at that game day score now, 2-2. So whoever wins this next match will secure at least half a point for their team. And Jairo, 4-0 in singles after that win. Off to a great start. Division 6 up next to always fun with Gallo and Ben up against Jedden and Bradley. The first matchup between these teams in the regular season. Gallo and Ben up at the top of this division with a 4-1 record. Jedden and Bradley not too far behind, just 3-2. But first, we're going to go back over to the cage, hear from Jairo of the Cyclones, able to tie this game day up at 2. There he is, Jairo. Congratulations. Very aggressive play from you right from the start of this match. What was the game plan coming in to try to take down Ubia?
Well, I need to win this game after a couple of bad days. I need to make a turning point. So that was I play a little aggressive, not too much.
Well, a Rebote 2-all, Jairo. I mean, come on, that's wild for you. You know that's wild, but it landed perfect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I am trying to pass from my right side Rebote, but I mean, it's super difficult here in this court because if you throw too high, you hit the net, and so I try. Okay, I'm gonna try to throw costado to wall. So
there you go.
It worked.
Awesome, Jairo. Really well done. 2-2 tie game day. Thank you.
Guys. Thank you.
Division 6 up next. Gallo and Ben ready to take on Jedden and Bradley here. See the two teams, Gallo and Ben, 4-1. Jedden and Bradley, 3-2. Winner of this one will secure half a point for their team. Stu?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next match. Gallo has the serve for the Renegades. There's the serve. We begin. Bradley high on the right side. Powerful forehand. Ben deep in the backcourt makes the catch. Big bounce brought down by Bradley. Gallo from the 7 line. Jedden's there. Backhand to the inside. Here's Ben. Backhand by Ben to the back wall. Forehand rebote saved by Jedden. Excellent catch by Bradley in the corner. Ball tipped. First point of this match goes to Jedden and Bradley of the Cyclone.
Powerful right side dominant players have had a really strong start at Jam Arena, and that's exactly what Bradley is back there. I mean, he's putting one right on the sidewall early, crossing, and going to make life very difficult for Ben back there.
A fine serve by Jedden, caught by Ben. Here's the backhand. Bradley with a leap, makes the catch. Ben to the inside. Bradley's there. Ben going down low on the forehand. Karam. Jedden goes outside to make the catch. Cortada. Caught, returned, one fluid motion. That clears the overhead screen. Bradley with a great catch. Ball tipped. Well played by all 4 players. Second point for Jedden and Bradley.
Yeah, and if you get into this rally game with the Cyclones, Bradley's just going to eat you up back there with this powerful right side. You know, Gallo has a couple of shots. He hasn't really gone to it yet, but the matchup to attack is the one here in the front court. Ben's got power, but he's got it more from the left side, which is not as effective as the right out on this court.
Powerful backhand by Ben. Goes to the corner, out to the rebote. Jedden's there. Ben, quick to the outside, makes a great catch. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That's a point for Gallo and Ben of the Renegades. Gallo serves.
What he lacks with the power, he makes up for in the placement as he crosses the sidewall, drops it just in front of Bradley, and gets it to kick up as Bradley's trying to make that catch deep in the backcourt.
Ball under serve. Second serve must be good. Bradley from the forehand, powerfully wall-to-wall from the right side. Rebote forehand for the big bounce. Bradley reaches up, makes the catch. Ben in the corner, great grab at the 10 line. Backhand along the wall the whole way. Rebote save by Jedden. Gallo takes it on the bounce. Tries to pass. Bradley's there. Big backhand to the outside. Lands out of play. 2 points for Gallo and Ben. We're all tied up 2-2 in the first set.
Yeah, you know, Bradley gets it on that left side, doesn't quite throw it as straight as he does the forehand, which is going to kick it to the outside. We've seen these balls that just sail that direction don't tend to stay in play. As that one hit above the cage and gives the Renegades their second point.
Bradley on the catch. Here's the backhand. Robote forehand by Gallo. Caught high in the air by Bragley. Ben reaching up. Makes a fine catch overhead. Jedden on the left side. Backhand from midcourt. Robote up the middle. Big bounce. Handled beautifully by Bragley. That's a great catch. Ball ruled. Tipped in the front court. That's a third point for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
Gallo knew it right away. Turned back to Ben and apologized immediately. I mean, you never want to be going for scoops in the middle of the court.
Not if your backcourt's in position, definitely.
No, I mean, Ben was all over that one. Gallo's still kicking himself, but kind of locked back in.
Fault, under serve. Second serve must be good. Continue to be impressed with the way that Bragley handles some of these really awkward catches on his right side. Here's the backhand by Ben, powerfully thrown, caught by Bragley overhead. Ben gets in there to make the catch. Robote, the rebound off the back wall, saved by Jedden. Gallo reaches in. Low runner, off the frame of Jedden Sesta, 3-3. Gallo serves the Renegades.
Yeah, and kind of similar to scooping up in front of your backcourt. You know, Jedden comes flying in there. When Bradley's been catching and can do a lot more damage if he does get the ball.
Beautiful catch by Bragley. Hard backhand follows. Lands out. That's 4 point for Gallo and Ben. The Renegades. Gallo serves.
You just can't hit the side wall on these backhands. That's what you talk about with clipping. It's very penalizing out here. If you clip, it's just going to keep sailing. We said it earlier and happened again in this set.
Cortada serve. Stopped by Bragley. Gallo on the rebote. Bragley midcourt. Low and hard. Ben stops it on the right side. Jedden, beautiful catch at the 7 line. Here's the backhand. Rebote for Gallo. Powerful right side by Bragley. Rebote to the inside. Gallo's there. Looking to pass. Bragley cuts it off. Here's Ben. Backhand from the 9. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That's 5 points for Gallo and Ben. Possible set point.
It's one thing you'd like to see just a little bit better with this team is their catching. You know, catch rate for Bradley down here is one of the lowest of any player on the roster. He makes up for it because when he does the most with his touches, but I'd like to see a little bit more consistency. Oh, and an ace.
The ace. Finish the set. 2 minutes. We'll begin our next set.
So it's the Renegades. Gallo and Ben coming back to close out that set 6-3. I mean, they were down early, but battled their way back and just really strong play from that team. How about Ben, you know, from the start of the season? Very improved play. Gallo's been really doing it all season, but Gallo up there in the front court now on this team. This has been quite the duo. And, you know, there's been some game days where I come in here a little bit early on off days for the Renegades where Ben has been getting work with Arta. He's been getting work with some of these other players, just trying to learn the position a little bit better out here. That's what you love about Ben. Even if he's not playing well, he's going to work to try to get his game into a spot where he feels comfortable.
That was definitely the case today. Ben out here getting some reps in early, working on, catching on both the forehand and backhand. And paying off. I mean, he's moving so well, you know, on the court. The way he moved out to stop that one ball on the right side was just pretty spectacular.
You see Unda coming over there trying to get these Cyclones back on track. What started off as a pretty, you know, good season for Jedden Bradley. I mean, still 3-2 this year. They had a loss earlier this week to CRB and Stan. Again, won their first match, lost their second, 2 wins over CRB and Stan, and then Bueno and Correa. But coming off a loss earlier this week, not just this team, but it's a lot of the teams with the Cyclones that seem to be reeling just a bit and trying to get back on track here. They really need Jed and Bradley to take this second set and give them a chance going into set 3. Our final match is still Division I doubles. However, it looks like Ubia, you saw him get hurt in that singles match. It doesn't look like Ubia is going to be able to go, so Arta will be subbing in the backcourt. Gosheri and Arta will take on Inaki and Manu.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our second set. Jed will have the serve for the Cyclones. There's a serve by Jed, and our second set has begun. Ben on the catch, backhand. Right up the middle, scoop by Bragley.
Oh.
Tremendous throw by Bragley, scoring in the corner. First point for Jed and Bragley of the Cyclones.
Yeah, if I'm Bradley, I'm going high into the corner just like that every time. If he throws it low, it's actually probably a little bit easier to handle. He goes high, puts it on the wall, or he even crosses the wall. That's trouble for Ben.
Ben advanced, take that ball low, but in the air. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown by Bragley. Rotate forehand sent back. Bragley's there, another good catch. Ben on the right side. Jed midcourt, backhand. Ben picks that one up on the bounce, comes over the top. Picada. Brought down by Bragley. Ben now. Juggling ruled on the catch of Ben. That's 2 points for Jed and Bragley. Jed serves.
That's a close one, you know. Ben can either let that one go, Gallo can save the rebote, or he can go up for it. Difficult to control them up high and blind, you know, well behind you. And that's what Gallo's telling him. Look, if you're not comfortable, I'm there for the rebote. If it hits off the back wall in the air.
Gallo will pick this serve. Powerful backhand follows into the corner on the wall. Bragley makes the save. Gallo switching from left to right. Passes again. Rebote coming out for Jedden. Jedden on the rebote. That hit the overhead pad. Gallo and Ben of the Renegades get on the board with a point here in the second set. Gallo serves.
Jed more reliable with the right side rebote compared to the left, and that time it was just a desperation save. And going down to the ground, not really trying to throw it too wall, just trying to keep it in play and kicked up high. Oh, good
Cortada serve is an ace. We're tied up 2-2. Gallo serves.
All year, Gallo's been throwing that Cortada serve. This level, it is so difficult.
Bragley makes the catch. Powerful forehand. Ben gets out there, makes the grab. Bragley on the bounce. Big right side. Will score. 3 points for Jedden Bragley. Jedden serves for the Cyclones.
Bradley going again with that high, powerful forehand back to the corner. That one crossing the wall. Ben was a little late to react. Felt like he was kind of stuck back there at the 10 line. Could have moved up on it, but...
I mean, he's literally waiting for a ball to hit the front wall, cross in front of him, and catch it on his right side.
Yeah.
It's a tall order for anyone.
Just low percentage.
Good catch by a Bragley down low. Here's Ben. Backhand right up the middle, powerfully thrown. Rebote for Jedden. Gallo and Ben get a point. We're tied up 3-3 in the second set. Gallo serves.
Not the easiest rebote in the world for Jedden as he's coming into the backcourt trying to make a sliding save. But if I'm the Renegades, I'm going to keep testing him. Bradley's doing all the damage back there. I'd like to see Jedden start to add some points too for the Cyclones and push them to a third set.
Big right side by a Bragley. Rebote coming way out. Rebote forehand. Bragley makes the catch high in the air. Here's Ben on the forehand. Right side to the inside. Bragley's there. Gallo midcourt, backhand, a low runner. Bragley from one knee gets up, brings it over the top. That's a 4th point for Jed and Bragley. Jed serves.
Yeah, well, Gallo didn't have to go for this ball. I mean, Jedden kind of screened him a bit, but, you know, Ben's back there. They didn't really communicate. He said he crossed in front, but could have gotten interference and redid the point.
Good catch by Ben off a fine serve by Jed. And that ball comes back to the inside. Jedden makes the play. Ben takes it in the air. Backhand from the 9. Swing and a miss on the forehand. Rebote. Gallo and Ben have 4 points. 4-4 is the score. Hold the ball. In the next match, Arta will be subbing for Ubia. Once again, in the next match, our final match, Arta will be subbing for Ubia. Thank you. Continue. Bragley on the catch. Powerful forehand. Rebote. Gallo on the rebote. Puts it inside. Big bounce brought down by Bragley. Cortada by Bragley. Stopped by Gallo. Tough catch. Bragley will take this on the right side. Back at the 8 line. Excellent catch by Ben. Bragley's there again. Powerful forehand. Oh my, that one's going to the corner and scoring. 5 points for Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
And just killing Ben back there in the corner. He made one catch that was phenomenal, and the second one just not to be. Getting increasingly more difficult.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Gallo picks this serve. Here's the backhand. Bragley on the catch from the 10 line. Big right side. Rebote. Forehand rebote by Gallo. Bragley advances, takes it midcourt. Powerful forehand crosses. Ben, another great grab on the right side. Ball tipped. 5-5 in the second set. So if Gallo and Ben win this, they'll win the match. If Jed and Bragley win this, we'll move on to a third and decisive set.
You know, and I'm just taking my chances with Bradley. I know that's going to be a difficult catch for him if Jedden doesn't touch it, but would much rather give Bradley a chance to make that play and do something with the next throw. Oh, that's it.
That's an ace. Point set in a hard-fought match for Gallo and Ben, winning it in straight sets, 6-3, 6-5.
So the Renegades take the last 2 points to keep that match in straight sets. They get their third win of the day. So coming up next, you heard the announcement. It will be Gosheri and Arta subbing for Ubia, and they'll take on Inaki and Manu with the game day on the line. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Gosheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gosheri picks it up in the front court with it inside. Another one. Congratulations, guys. Gallo 5-1 this season, including winners of now 3 matches in a row. What's been the key to this team between you and Ben?
Just teamwork, communicate, just keep fighting. We get ourselves as a discipline, some spots where we lose some confidence, but keep fighting.
Yeah, and Ben, for you, I know that you've taken a lot of time. You've been doing a lot of practicing. How much more comfortable are you feeling in the backcourt now compared to like the first couple matches of the year?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm very comfortable now. I'm not as comfortable as I probably should be to actually get to the level that I want to play at, but I'm much better than at the beginning, definitely, for sure.
Awesome, guys. Well, a great performance there. You got your team half a point. See if they can convert up next. Thank you. All right, so we've reached our 6th and final match. Division I doubles, but with a twist. Gosheri and not Ubia. That is Arta in the backcourt. They will take on Inaki and Manu. Ubia just went out with an injury in that singles match, so Arta is the next highest ranked backcourter, will sub in. And we'll see what they can do. Look, Stu, to be quite honest with you, this team has actually fared better when it's been Gosheri and Arta. I mean, it's Gosheri and Ubia, they're 0-3. Gosheri and Arta, they're 2-0. This is going to be their toughest test yet against Inaki and Manu. That team 3-1 after an undefeated regular season last year and a championship for these Cyclones.
No question about it. One of the most difficult teams in all of the World Highlight League.
And again, if the Renegades win this match, they will win the game day and pick up a full point. If the Cyclones win this match, it will end in a 3-3 tie. Again, these last couple of throws in, we already saw Gosheri early in singles. We'll see if he can carry over that awesome play into this doubles match. But again, the next best guy today has probably been Inaki up in the front court too, the way he played singles. There's the whistle, ready to begin our last match of the night. It will be the Renegades, Gosheri and Arta, with the serve to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Gosheri has the serve for the Renegades. Gosheri serves, we begin. Manu moves into position, powerful low runner to the inside, picked up by Arta. Here's the backhand. Rebote coming out. Nyaki ready for the rebote, takes the loft for the bounce. Gosheri catches it in the air. Manu's in position, backhand from the 8 line. Arta deep in the backcourt to make the play. Manu from the corner. Rebote 2-all. That's out. First point of this match goes to Gosheri and Arta of the Renegades.
Inaki looking to land that Rebote 2-all we saw in doubles. I mean, again, that's very aggressive for him. Last season, he wasn't throwing really any shots off the Rebote. This year, haven't seen a whole bunch, but he knows he's going to have to fire something to take down Gosheri, who has been really on fire.
Manu with a great catch. Hard backhand follows. Arta stops at the 10 line. Manu pulls this one off the wall. Arta goes deep. Manu's there. Forehand Rebote by Gosheri with a little extra power. Rebote coming out. Inyaki's on it. Big bounce to the inside. And he'll catch this one at the back wall with the forehand. Arta, great snag at the 9 line. Big backhand follows. Manu in the corner. Arta on the wall. Arta Pai in the corner makes the play. Rebote forehand by Iñaki. Iñaki forehand on the Rebote. Gosheri's there. Gaucheri moves in. Drop shot.
Beautiful.
Will score. The second point with aggressive play by Gaucheri and Arta. Gaucheri serves.
Very patient, not overshooting and not leaving the outside too exposed, and finally gets Inaki to send one to the inside. He runs under it, picks it off, and look, there's so many options. He can kill you in the front and the back. Manu's hanging deep. Gaucheri drops it in front to get the second point of this opening set.
Powerful serve by Gaucheri. Here's the backhand by Manu. Robote. Robote saved. Puts it on the forehand of Iñaki. Arta advances to take it in the air. Here's the backhand. Here's the backhand by Arta. Arta high on the left side. Robote saved by Inaki. That's beautifully played.
Tough catch.
Yeah, Arch has been spot on. Catch after catch. Here he is again. Low hard backhand is stopped by Iñaki. Inyaki's got it in the air. Drop shot to the inside. Inside placement, rather. Picked up by Arta. Robote by Arta. He makes a save. Iñaki steps up. Costado to pass. Good effort by Arta. That ball is tipped. That's a point for Iñaki and Manu of the Cyclones.
As the front quarter, if you see the back quarter take just a few steps up, it shows you that you've got some space to pass deep and end the point there. That's what he sees with Arta. Goes high. He's got a nice reach, goes up for it. Had it for a moment, but never secured the catch. First point for the Cyclones, Inaki Manu.
Arta opens up on the left side. Manu now from the 9 line. Backhand. Arta's there. Arta off the wall on the left side. Cannot hold on. A second point for Iñaki and Manu here in the first set. Iñaki serves for the Cyclones.
Yeah, and in their win in Division I doubles, Gaucheri and Arta played against Echeverry and Arantz. I mean, you don't have to catch as much against that team as you will compared to Inaki Manu. I mean, Arta knows he's going to have to stand in for some long rallies. Manu is top 3 on the roster in catch rate. Arta more in the middle of the pack, so he's going to have to step up and give his team a shot.
Gaucheri picks the serve. Inaki was ready for the 2-all. Returns the cortada to score. Beautifully played by both Gaucheri and Iñaki. Cyclones get the point. They lead 3-2.
He's all over this 2-wall. Gaucheri lines it up.
He throws
Inaki,
this as well as anyone,
defense.
and Inaki is just right there.
Gets it off quick. Look at that angle. Straight to the inside to give him the first lead of this set, 3-2.
It's an excellent serve by Iñaki. Robote. Left side to the inside. Gaucheri cuts it off, winds up. Hilo is in point 4. Gaucheri and Arta. Tied up, 3-3.
This was his go-to shot throughout his career over at the other facility, and now here, the Philo. Boy, that was just inside the boundary line. Makes it easy when it bounces like that. Ties it back up. But as the Cyclones went on their run, you see Gaucheri, very aggressive, and shot something as early as we've seen at any point.
Big backhand by Manu. Robote coming out. Gaucheri's on it. Gaucheri with a little clip. Manu takes it on the bounce at the 9. Powerful forehand just below the rail on the front wall. Robote forehand. Caught up high by Manu. Deep in the backcourt. Arts is there. Arton out from the 10 line, left side. To the inside, Manu. Goes wall to wall from the left side. Robote coming out. That ball is in and out of Arts Acesta against the wall. That is a 4th point for Iñaki and Manu. Iñaki serve.
And as Arta misses more balls here in the back, that's just going to put more and more pressure on Gaucheri up in the front court to make something happen. You know, you could stand back here and get in these long rallies, but if you know the result, you figure Gaucheri is going to start to take some more chances up in the front court.
Beautiful serve by Iñaki. Backhand by Arta. Here's Manu. Manu powerfully from the left side. That ball's along the wall, out to the rebote. 2-all, snapped by Gaucheri to score. 4-4 is the score. Gaucheri serves.
Well, kind of like that. Fresh ball, kind of explodes off the back wall, so you can really send this rebote. 2-wall.
Yeah,
working away
once
from
that
Inaki.
hits the floor, it's Inaki stopped one before, but not that one. Iñaki picks the serve. Low, hard backhand caught by Arta. Manu, what a catch in the corner. Here's the backhand by Manu. Gaucheri calls Arta off. Plays the rebote. Iñaki picks it. Powerful throw. Lands in and scores. That's a 5th point for Iñaki and Manu. Possible set point.
Wasn't it Inaki that threw one of these earlier in the week?
We talk about the difference between luck.
Here?
Would I rather be lucky or good?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a question of both. Inaki intended to put the ball in no man's land. Not sure quite that perfectly, but he got it.
Yeah, not typically a shot that you see, but one that might become more and more prevalent if it scores at that rate.
We have seen it come in like higher, not like that line drive.
More of like a true split placement from the Costado.
Arta up high makes a fine catch. Big backhand. Caught in the air by Manu. Manu powerfully from the left side. Manu reaches into the corner, comes out on the backhand. The outside. Gaucheri's calling for it. He makes the save. Manu midcourt takes it on the bounce. Powerful forehand. Robote coming out. Robote by Gaucheri with power, stopped by Manu. Lower and harder from the left side of Manu. Gaucheri calling for the rebote. That rebound off the back wall. Played to the inside. Big bounce brought down by Manu. Excellent effort by Arta, but that's on the wall. Point and set for Iñaki and Manu. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come out, turn to the next set.
Inaki and Manu outlasting the Renegades in the first set, 6-4. And just continuing to attack Arta there in the backcourt. You know, Rubia out of this match late because he got hurt in his singles match just about an hour ago.
But as well as Inaki and Manu play, I mean, with Inaki being just a touch more aggressive than we've seen him in previous doubles matches, Manu stepping up pretty much flawlessly on the catching in the back. It's just a different beast. Gaucheri's taken on quite a bit.
Yeah, and Manu working hard back there. I mean, throwing the ball hard, placing it perfectly, and his defense is spot on as usual. Back over there in the cage, Inaki, boy, he's ready to go. I mean, he doesn't even need a rest. Quick break, and he's right back on the court.
Either that or he likes the song. Like,
Well, for the Renegades, you know, kind of what we expected. Gaucheri doing his thing, making some great plays, but just need just a few more catches there from Arta in the back. That's kind of cost him a couple of those points.
Back in the player's cage, here we have Unda. Once that Baja, the red sash, became untied earlier, he really hasn't done it much to fix it since. But he hasn't had a place, that's okay.
Looks like Manu's making his way back out there to begin set number 2. Again, Cyclones win this match. The game day ends in a 3-3 tie. Renegades need the next 2 sets.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next set. Gaucheri's going to have the serve for the Renegades. Gaucheri here clarifying that he's got the right ball to start the set with, and he does.
It's good to go. Set 2.
Gaucheri serves. We begin. Arta Pai, beautiful catch at the 10 line. That ball's on the wall. Manu takes it down low. Arta from the forehand. Iñaki cuts it off, mid-court, backhand to the inside. Along the wall, Arta's there, great catch. Manu powerfully from the left side. Arta, now from the 9. Rabote with the big bounce. Brought down by Manu, tremendous catch. Gaucheri playing deep. Backhand from the 8. Rotate forehand by Gaucheri. Caught in the air by Manu. Manu in the corner. Beautiful catch on the left side. Arta off the wall. Rotate forehand fired. Kicked up, in play. Gaucheri's on it. Rips it to the inside. What a scoop by Manu. Big backhand by Arta. Rabote coming out. Rabote forehand by Iñaki. Gaucheri has it. Posado. That's out. First point of the second set goes to Iñaki and Manu of the Cyclones. Look, Gaucheri was looking for his opening. He felt that that was it. I don't know if there was a better time to throw it.
No, I mean, really, this team doesn't give up much. I mean, in the 4 matches that Iñaki and Manu have played, they've only given up 13 winners to their opponents. I mean, they're really a primarily defensive-minded team, the way that Iñaki is a little bit more conservative with his shot selection.
You see here Iñaki passing the ball to the judge to see if it's okay to continue play with. It wasn't. Ball's been replaced. New ball's on the court. Every now and then you get a little ding in the ball, and you just want to check if you're going to take it out of play. Gaucheri picks the serve, a drop shot. Iñaki takes off, gets there before the second bounce. The Filo scores. 2 points for Iñaki and Manu of the Cyclones. Iñaki serves. This is the fastest I think I've ever seen Iñaki run.
I was going to say, look at this. He commits to it. He's sprinting
with the World
up
Highlight
there.
League. I mean, what a great catch. Gaucheri knew it. Gaucheri knew once it was in his cesta. I mean, the worst that's going to happen is he's going to overthrow it. That wasn't the case there. Beautifully executed by Iñaki. Arta on the left side. Here's the backhand. Rotate forehand. Arta. Aye. Ball missed. A third point for Iñaki and Manu. Iñaki serves. Yes. The new ball here.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Crossing
I mean,
the sidewall
yeah.
off the rebote. Good luck.
Okay, so the old ball, which was softer, broke bones. Off walls, not just out of the cesta. This one's harder. Draw your own conclusions.
That one clearing a lane as it was tipped.
Gaucheri picks the serve. That's a difficult one. Puts it in the middle of the court. Manu is there. Manu with a powerful forehand. Gaucheri calling for the rebote. Plays it for the big bounce. What a catch by Manu. Manu picaba. Cut off by Gaucheri. Gaucheri sends it to the outside. Manu's there again. Dropped the ball while winding up. That's a point for Gaucheri and Arta. Gaucheri will serve.
Just spinning around.
I mean, here we have Manu with two chances to do some damage. Gaucheri cuts this one off well, tries to get it past Manu. Manu says no way, stops that. Gaucheri's in a real bad position there, and Manu just basically got caught making a choice what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Karam or bang to the inside. Catch by Arta Pai. Rotate forehand by Iñaki. Here's Gaucheri. Arta on the catch. Backhand. Manu now from the 10 line. Rotate left side. Manu will take it on the bounce. Backhand to the inside. Powerfully thrown. Manu overhead, tremendous catch. Arch is there. Here's the backhand from the 9. Outside placement of the forehand rebote lands wide. That's a 4th point for Iñaki and Manu. Iñaki has the serve. I mean, Gaucheri's really just trying to make something happen.
Right. I mean, he was going to say he's really going for it off the rebote. Tries to paint the boundary line and just a bit wide. But look, we've seen how these points go when they try to rally, and that's the game that Iñaki Manu like to play, so you got to counter with something. Gaucheri's got the tools to beat him with offense, and just hasn't been quite as sharp as they need.
It's a good serve by Iñaki. Here's Arta, low runner. Manu steps up to catch it low on the left side. Arta Pai, backhand from the 10. Manu sends this one wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Gaucheri at the side wall. That kicks up and hits the overhead screen, which is out of play. That is a 5th point in the second set for Iñaki and Manu. This is possible set and possible match point for the Cyclones.
And look, Cyclones were down 2-0 very early on, and right here I have a chance to come away with half a point. Not all too bad. They lost the 2 doubles. I mean, Jednan Unda and Jednan Bradley, and Iñaki and Manu, as they've done through the last couple seasons, with a chance to earn this team some points on the game day.
Powerful serve by Iñaki. Here's Arta. Manu, powerful backhand from the 8 line. Arta Pai makes the catch. Manu at the back wall. Backhand. High to the back wall. Rebote for Gaucheri. 2-all. Stopped by Iñaki. Carambola will score for the win. Point and a straight set victory for Cyclones. Iñaki and Manu taking it 6-4, 6-1.
And tonight's game day ends in a 3-3 tie. We'll hear from Iñaki and Manu before we close it out.
Real money games are live in Florida.
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 Pass Motor Racing are now live in Florida, only on Hard Rock Bet. All you need is $1 to start. Win money your first 24 hours or get a games bonus back up to $100.
Take a look at this game day score, ending in a 3-3 tie. Inaki and Manu with a great win to close things out. We are over in the cage, joined by our winners here, Inaki and Manu. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
4-1 this season. Look, Inaki, when you stepped out there on the court, your team was down 2-0. I mean, how important it is to just get that half a point and keep climbing up the standings.
Today was a special day. I mean, every day is special, but everybody's, we were first, everybody's coming behind us. So at least we got to secure our tie and happy.
Awesome, guys. Well, a great win there. 4-1 this year, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Let's take a look at these standings before we close things out. Chargers remain at the top, solo first place. The Cyclones move up there into second with 4.5 points. And then the Warriors and Fireballs, they're tied for the final 2 playoff spots with the Renegades and Devils on the outside looking in. That's going to do it for us tonight. Another great week of Highlight. We'll be back on Tuesday, 3 p.m. start for another week. We'll see you then.